Hey, welcome back to our channel. For this week's episode, we're going to be continuing on with our new PT-M95 label maker series. Say that 3 times fast. This week, what I'm going to go over is just the basic initial settings. So that's going to be language, measurement. Oh, look at that light in there. It's like all coming in. That's going to be language, measurement, and then I'm also going to show you how to do a factory reset on your machine should you need to know how to do that. But basically, it's going to reset it to the settings that we're in right now because it's a brand new machine. And then next week, we're going to go over how to type out text, delete text, I think accenting characters, and maybe I think printing labels. I think that's going to be a pretty jam-packed video, so I think symbols would be the next video. I was kind of going through the label maker to see how, the user manual I should say, to see how we can break it down. And I think this will actually be a fairly quick series, which is great. This machine's pretty straightforward to use. But yeah, let's get started. I apologize for the shadows. It recently snowed where we live, and now the sun is just like reflecting in here. But I also have an old house, so I don't have a ceiling light. So it's window or bust, so bear with me. But first things first, we're going to power on. Gosh, I wish I could see my screen. Can you see that okay? Let's pray. Okay. So you see that. Now, first things first, to do the language, it's going to start with language, but say you wanted to go size, width, style, label, so on and forth. This is how you're going to do that, but we're going to start with language. And then once we have that, we're going to hit the enter. And then you have 11 options: English, Spanish, French, Italian. I don't speak Dutch or Portuguese though, so we're going to go ahead and stick with English. Can you see that on my screen? And then when I want that, I'm going to hit the enter. And now it's in English. Your next little shortcut I'll tell you is if you wanted to hit this function and the space bar at the same time, it will bring you to language to avoid that. So again, that was function and space, and that was at the same time, and it was the shortcut to language. And then you saw me here, just hit that backspace. That was to clear an operation. That's a fun little tip. If you don't want to have to go through that, motions of that, hit enter, so on, you can just, backspace. And then the next thing I'll show you is measurement. So we'll say we hit the function button again. And we're going to arrow through their size, width, style, frame, label, length, clear, unit. That's what we're looking for, is a unit. Again, enter. And you have 2 options, inch or millimeters. I'm going to stick with inches, and then I'll hit OK. This is going to default English and in inches on this machine, but you are able to change it. Now the shortcut to get that is going to be to hit function and I at the same time. So you could do it that way or this way. I'll go like this, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, that brought me to unit. And if I don't want to have to go through that again, I can just simply hit this backspace. And you'll notice my screen was just clear. Another fun tip that you can know about this machine is that if you don't touch any buttons, it will automatically shut off after 5 minutes. So 5 minutes will automatically shut off if you're not touching any buttons. If you're using it, it won't shut off on you. That's something to know if you ever forget to turn off your machine. Now the next thing I'm going to show you really quickly is how to reset your machine. So to do this, every once in a while, it's rare, but if you, want to forget your settings or give it a, little refresh, or if it's acting funky, the whole turn it on, turn back on thing, this will also apply. So you can reset it. Just turn your machine off. Then you're going to hold down the shift, and let's find it, the R button. So shift, R, and then we're going to hold power, and then we're going to release the power button, then release the shift and the R button. I know it's hard to tell with the screen right now, but you can see it just turned back on. You can test that by typing in a letter, and you can kind of see, here, what's up if I go like this? You can kind of, here, hold on, give me a second, we'll work with some lighting. There we go. Now we're in business. You can kind of see that J appeared. That's because my machine had turned back on its own. So again, a refresh of that. I'll do it at this angle so you can kind of see. You won't see the screen, but you'll see my hands better. So we would start by turning the machine off, holding down the shift, the R button, the power button, releasing the power button, followed by shift and R. And all your memory will be cleared. In future videos, we'll see that you can save files and settings. We're not going to do that today, but in future, this would erase everything you had saved, so you can't reset your machine unless you're really committed to starting over, okay? All right, next week we're going to go over how to type on here, print, clear what you've been typing, and I think we're going to do accented characters as well, okay? And it's as easy as that. Please thumbs up this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on what we do next with this PTM95 label maker. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.